Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another week of Keeping It G Real. I'm Bella.
I'm Tay.
And I'm Lo.
What's up, everyone? So for this week's episode, we are kind of going over our lovely catchphrases. If you guys have seen any of the video postings of our episodes that we put out on YouTube every couple of weeks, we have some lovely DIY posters on our wall of some, catchphrases we have made over the past couple of years. And we're kind of going to be sharing some of our favorite moments of these. Lots of inside jokes. And we have a shared list on our notes app called Song Names because we think these would be really cool song name covers or just some stuff for some shits and giggles. So I'm just going to go immediately dive into the list real quick. So the first one I have is Mental Breakdown in the Dark Room. And if you guys listened or watched to our first episode, you would hear the saying. Obviously, it would be kind of hard to hear probably in the first episode because the audio was straight ass. And we know, guys, y'all don't have to let us know. We know. We had shitty microphones, but now we have good ones. So our sound is a lot better. So had to start somewhere. But anyways, yeah.
It's a learning experience, you know. We had to have like a bad origin story. So the only way, what is it? The only way up. Yeah.
Drake said, started from the bottom. Now we're here.
That's so good, Tay.
That was so slay. But yeah, anyways, Mental Breakdown in the Dark Room. Quick synopsis from that. Had a mental breakdown in a dark room in my photography classroom in high school because I thought I was going to get a referral because I let this kid Photoshop my early dismissal pass so he could leave. We were both successful though, and I did not get in trouble, so that's a slay.
Como se dice a delinquent? We still love you though.
Thank you. Lo, you got one, girly?
Oh, yes, my turn. So the one I have is Batty on the Floor. So I believe this one took place our freshman year, and I do believe it was at pub. I don't know why we were going to pub, but I think that was just the thing to do freshman year. And so basically, I know people get real up at pub for some reason, like more so I feel like than the other clubs. And so basically, we just like saw this like poor girl, and this has definitely happened on like multiple occasions. But this girl was literally like blacked out, like could not stand. And so basically, she just had like these two like frat guys that were like literally carrying her out like over their shoulder. But yeah, no, she was like super pretty. So we're like, girl, like, keep it together. And I feel like it was also like pretty like early in the night. It was like 10 o'clock and like the club opens at like 9 or something. So we're like, it's too early to be acting reckless like this.
We've all been there. You know what? So respect. What's the next one? Hanging from the Hulk? Listen, if y'all been to Universal within these recent months, you would know that the Hulk, which once was lit, is now probably one of the worst roller coasters there. Sorry for the bad promo. Universal still sponsor us, please. But like, that hoe just be swinging you around. You bang your head on the sides of the thing, and it's just not smooth. And do you know what? Every time I've been on it, I have blacked out. Am I gonna keep going on it? Yeah, but that's besides the point. Anyways, hanging from the Hulk. Because you're upside down, you be hanging out of it. And that's all that needs to be said.
I don't know, with that ride, like you're not the only one that has like had experiences like that. Like I also, whenever I go off of there, I immediately have a headache. And I'm like, I feel like it's because you're like banging your head like on the back when it like flings you out. So I don't know, maybe they need to like safety check that thing because that can't be right. That can't be healthy for me.
I'm waiting for the Secret Life of Pets ride to come because I think that one's going to treat me real nice and I'm not going to leave with a headache. So Universal, just hit me up when that is open. Also, reopen the Mummy as long as we're having a conversation. Open that hoe back up because I'm trying to have my soul get eaten, please. Thank you.
Yo, is it confirmed that there's a Secret Life of Pets ride? Because I know the Universal Studios in Hollywood has it, but I didn't know they were doing that here. And I love Secret Life of Pets, okay? That movie is gas. I've seen videos of the ride on TikTok. So, like, where at the end of the ride, like, your owners choose you, and there's like a lesbian couple, and I really want to get chosen by them. So, if that ride opens up, best believe I will be on that ride almost every day.
Can someone please explain more of what the Life of Pets ride looks like? Like, is it a roller coaster, or is it like one of those like simulation things like the Minions one?
Well, it looks like we do not. I don't know what it's like. All I know is in the movie, they break out of the apartment and they get lost and they get into some shenanigans. So that's all that I can hope for in the ride. Do you know what I'm picturing? Kind of like a Cat in the Hat ride, but like better and not traumatizing.
Put some respect on the Cat in the Hat ride because I love that ride, okay? But yeah, I think Secret Life of Pets is like kind of like one of those like Disney simulation rides where you go around and you see like scenes from a movie or whatever. So I feel like it's kind of giving that energy, but I'm here for it. But anyways, as we're gonna still talk about Universal for this next name on this list, it's called Grab My Tit in Seussland. I will say that someone's tit was grabbed. It was not a Universal employee. It was a Universal guest. I will not say who. I will not say what the circumstances were. But it happened, and yeah.
Bella, just say it was you. Why are you going through all this roundabout? It was Bella's tit that was grabbed. I'll say it.
Hi,
Listen, Bella,
Mom.
we've all been there. It's fine.
Hi, Mommy. I'll just say that it was hurting, and I just grabbed it for a quick second, and yeah. Anyways, moving on. I think Tay has a next item to say on this list.
Bella, your body is a temple. You gotta, you gotta treat it like one. Don't let people be grabbing your tit in Dr. Seuss land. Or do. It depends on what kind of temple it is.
Honestly, like it had to be like a Seuss land. Like it couldn't have been like Harry Potter World or like Jurassic Park, like one of the more like edgier ones. Like why Seuss land? Like amongst the truffle trees, goddamn, Bella, have some respect.
I said, Lorax, cover your eyes, please. I know you've been around for 2,000 years, but you can't be saying this.
Girl, don't be calling me a whore, y'all. I was flabbergasted when that happened. Let me tell you, I was just trying to leave the park on my phone. An arm was around me, and I was like, okay, that's fine, whatever. And then suddenly, the arm was not around my shoulder. It was like a quick, like second grab, but I was very flabbergasted. I said, we are in public at a theme park. No. I did not really have consent for that, but like let me not say that because that sounds like sexual assault. I was not assaulted, guys, but I was flabbergasted. I will say that. But anyways, let's just move on to the list. I think we're done talking about that topic.
If it makes you feel any better, Bella. I said, no, we're not done talking about that topic. If it makes you feel any better, I think I've had my tit grabbed in Harry Potter World. Not 100% sure though. Also not an employee. No case needed here. If y'all didn't know, me and Lo are ex-members of the University of Central Florida Lead Scholars Academy, which if you didn't think we were nerds before, now you do.
Hey, you make it sound like we like got kicked out. You're like ex-members. We graduated from the program, so we were good students. We got our community service in. We did our events. It was just only like a 2-year program. So
yeah, and if you are thinking about coming to UCF and you are like, I want to get first pick on housing, or maybe I want to get a $200 stipend per semester, maybe think about joining. You just gotta do a little phone interview and like pretend like you like leadership and stuff. And sometimes they give you free things, but you have to go to a lot of events. But they do have a lead lounge, which, it's on them for naming it that because you're asking for it. But the lead lounge one day when Lo and I were walking by, tell me why they had red lights on. I don't know if there was a event going on in there at the time, or maybe they were just emergency lights or what. But I guarantee you, if there's anybody in that building, we know what was going down, and you're not slick. Case closed.
No, I think we like walked past it, and I was like, whatever's going on in there doesn't involve me. I said that's not the lead event I need to be going to.
I thought the red LED lights ended at the freshman dorm rooms. I didn't know they carried over into the campus.
No, literally, and I love the way that in the freshman dorms, like they specifically like said like I don't think you're like allowed to have like LED lights. Literally, you could just see it at night. All of the rooms were like lit up. Alright, the next one is talking reckless in the elevator. I think that was one of our good friends that like said that, and I don't even really remember what the fuck he was talking about. Maybe we were coming back from the club, but he was just saying some flirtatious out of pocket things, and we're like, "Hey yo, why are you talking reckless like this?" I think that's all I remember from that one. We just thought it was funny.
I thought it was just us in the elevator on our way somewhere, and maybe we were just talking reckless to each other. Cause we do be flirting.
It possibly could have been me because I do be shooting my shot with my roommates all the time. Not in a serious matter, but like shit, like, you know, if they were serious, I could be serious about it too. Just kidding.
I said y'all can't see it, but Tay definitely just winked at Bella. Okay, now that you said that, I'm recalling. I think it was when we came for my birthday and we stayed in the hotel. Is that what we're talking about? Okay, word. Last summer, I believe, we did not have our apartment ready, so we had to stay the whole entire summer back in South Florida. And so we came up for just one weekend, just because I think we all needed to get out of our houses respectfully. Love you, mom and dad. And we like stayed at a hotel, but we were going to, I think we were going to Lib, and I think that's when it occurred. So yeah, we were definitely having some little drinky drinks before we were leaving, and then we had to obviously go in the elevator from the hotel, and I think that's where it came from.
That's drinks of juice, to be clear. I love orange juice.
I personally like apple. That is my favorite juice.
Here on the apple.
Well, I guess it's just me, and that's okay. I like to be different. I'm not like the other girls.
No, but I can appreciate some orange juice in the morning. But I don't know. Is it possible I had it like too many times because it was like obviously like all throughout like middle school and high school, and I'm like, bro, I associate it with going to class like early in the morning. And it's just bringing up bad memories for me. But do not get me wrong, I love a good mimosa.
Why do you know what a mimosa tastes like?
Yellow.
Not you catching it. I mean, did I say mimosa? I meant the virgin mimosas.
Y'all, I'm excited to drink up so many mimosas. I could say this because when this episode comes out, I believe this is the last episode before. Actually, no. I think when this episode is out, I'll already be 21. So, y'all, it's gonna be lit.
Happy birthday, Bella.
HBD.
Thank you. Yeah. Everyone send me money. Thank you.
All right, the next on the list is proposal in pub. I love how these are all club related somehow. But this one, once again, we were back at pub. And if y'all go to UCF or ever been to pub, you know, I think they have the worst floors that I've ever seen in the club. Like they do not clean those hoes. And so we were like in the main bar, like inside. And for some reason we like saw someone down on like one knee. And I just like we just like looked at each other and we're like, is someone like proposing right now? Like I was like, King, like get up. This is not the time nor the place.
If you're down on one knee in pub, let me just say that I know for a fact that you do not care about your clothes. If you're letting a single ounce of fabric touch that dirty ass floor, no respect for your knees. Get up.
No, I just remembered the video. I think it got posted on like UCF like Barstool or whatever. The guy that like licked the floor outside. That was the grossest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like his tongue was black. I was like, I don't even want to know what diseases, hepatitis B, all of them.
That had monkeypox on it before it was even a thing. I promise you that.
No, like if I knew anyone who like licked the floor of pub, I'm disowning you. I would never speak to you again, and I would never be in close proximity to you ever again, because I ain't trying to catch whatever diseases Pub has, because Pub has every disease. They got scarlet fever, I'm sure. They got Spanish fever. They got all the shits from like every disease known to man.
They got polio. Crystals on the casket is next up on the list. And let me tell you, doesn't it sound so beautiful? I feel like all of our stories are from either Universal or the club. And surprise, surprise, this one is from Universal. If you've ever been in the line for Hagrid's, which, you know, in the express lane, you don't see it, but in the regular line, you see it. But when you're waiting in line in like the atrium area, I don't know, there's like, what's on the walls in there?
I feel like it's like random stuff. It's like cobwebs and
I feel like they made it to be like an apothecary with like cool bottles and stuff. Anyways, not important at all. At the end of the giant hallway where you're like waiting in line, there is a casket. Why is there a casket in like a greenhouse? Don't know. I'm just gonna say that I'm happy that it was a closed casket. But on top of it, it had the most beautiful crystal arrangement mixed in with some flowers and crystals on the casket. You know, it just has some nice alliteration in there. Really great name for a song or a poem. And personally, if my casket does not have crystals on top of it, I will be sad. However, I just remember that I don't want to be in a casket. I would like to be in an urn. Please burn me because I don't want to rot in the ground. That was besides the point, but put some crystals on my urn, please. Thank you.
I told my mom this that as a joke, but it would be so funny that if I die, when I die, I mean, like, bitch, I'm not immortal. Hell no. But when I die, I told my mom to get me stuffed like a taxidermy, and I'm gonna throw up a peace sign. And I'm sorry. Give me a second.
Bella, please. How do you think of these things?
I'm sorry. And I told her to, yeah, I'm gonna throw up a peace sign. I told her to like sit me in a chair in a corner of a room and put some sunglasses on me and just keep me there.
If I saw that, I would literally cry. Like, that's like, I don't even know.
I would forget, and then I would go to Debbie. I'd be like, "Yo, what up?" But I said, "Oh shit, my bad, pimp."
She's dead as fuck.
I'm trying to haunt some bitches, y'all.
Bella, I know if you like die before me, you're coming back and you're like just gonna fuck with me. I know it already. Like, I'm gonna like see like the lights flickering, like my door handle jiggling. I'm like, you know what? It's just Bella. I said she's so silly. She loves to play games like this.
I know when I get out of the shower or something, like, you know how they write stuff in the fog on the mirror. It's gonna say, "Go piss, girl," and that's how I'm gonna know it's Bella.
That's so beautiful. Thank you so much. Yeah, like y'all will just know it's me. Y'all will know the vibes.
Valid. All right, we're very off topic now. I don't know how we got on such a dark topic, but the next one is my favorite one. Bella and Tay, you can help me with the story because, to be honest, I do not remember. But it is Raving in Space, and myself, big space girl. And to me, I don't know. I think that's the pretty much the only one on the list that I think could actually be used as like a band title for like, I guess, a song with like their actual name. But I don't know. It just rolls off the tongue. I with it.
I honestly have no recollection of the story or how that came about. Were we watching like Rick and? I feel like we were watching. Was it Interstellar?
I don't think we ever watched Interstellar together. I watched it like by myself.
I feel like we were watching a space movie and then we were just making fun of them floating through space as we usually do, and we were like, "Oh, that looks kind of lit," you know, like Raven Space. I don't know, but if anybody wants to use it as their band name or a song name, ask us first because we'll sue you.
Yeah, I feel like we were watching Rick and Morty. I don't know, but I feel like we were just in space and we're like, we saw something that looks cool and be like, "Yo, that looks like a rave," or like, wouldn't it be cool to like have a rave but like in space? And honestly, that would be really lit. But then I would get freaked out because I do love outer space. but when I think about it, it gives me so much anxiety because that shit just keeps going. And I'm like, bro, there's no way it's endless. Like, what? Outer space does not make sense to me. Like, I love it, but I just don't understand it. It really just does not make zero sense.
Real talk though, it would be impossible to have a rave in space because there's no air particles, so sound does not travel. Lo, can you confirm?
Tay, I love how you had to go scientific with it. I can confirm that. We also would look real goofy because we all would be in spacesuits. So I can't really be shaking ass in a spacesuit.
I know. We can all just share some AirPods in our spacesuits. Y'all down or what?
Hell yeah, I'm down, girl.
One of my things on my bucket list is to go to space, so you shall see me there. I just, gotta get like a quick like rocket ship together, but yeah, I got it.
Why is him making faces right now? Oh no, that was scary. Anyways, the next one I have on the list is twisting and turning in the morning. And so this was also at the hotel for Lauren's birthday last summer. So we had at the hotel we stayed at, they had the continental breakfast, and we're like, hell yeah, let's get this breakfast buffet. And so, I don't think there were any pancakes, and I was really disheartened by that. But there were some eggs, and so we're like, all right, let's eat some eggs up. And you know how like hotels be making like them scrambled eggs, and they just like look so sus, but like sometimes they be hitting the spot when you put salt and pepper on it. And we got our toppings for it. It was all right, and I think I had some yogurt too. We also went to a sushi restaurant the night before. I don't even like sushi, but this is when I tried sushi, and I liked it because I had a chicken teriyaki roll and asparagus roll because I don't like raw meat. But that's besides the point. Anyways, after our hotel breakfast, we just, my stomach was really twisting and turning in the morning. I was not okay. I didn't know if it was from the breakfast that day or if it was from the sushi the night before, but I did stop at CVS and buy Tums, and I believe I took 6 Tums that day. And I know that's really bad for your gut in the long run, but Tums just really be helping me out in the moment. So that's where Twist and Turn in the Morning came from. And just, for some background knowledge, I have a super sensitive stomach. So I take Tums quite often, and I know I shouldn't, but it really do be helping.
No, that's fair because, yeah, I don't know. Bella always be having stomach issues. And because I'm such a good friend, I'm always strapped with the Tums in my purse. And I also have my icebreakers. Them things are a lifesaver.
Let me tell y'all, senior year of high school, me and Lo, we had lunch together, and my stomach would be hurting from time to time. And so I would just go up to Lo and I'd be like, hey girlie, you got them Tums? And she'd whip out a Ziploc bag and she would just hand one to me. For all I know, they could have been like some like bad drug, but it was a Tum, or at least I think it was, and it did help. So thank you, Lo, for that. You a real one.
She said, funny enough, after each time that I would take one, I would see unicorns in my math class, but I don't think that had anything to do with it.
No, you just like jogged my memory because, yeah, I literally would call it like my sketchy drug bag because it was just a plastic bag with like Advil, Tylenol, and then the Tums. The Tums would kind of get like crushed up, so it literally was just looked like a foggy plastic bag. Yeah, so looking back, I could see the concern, but you're welcome. I always came in clutch. I always did have my drug bag. All right, the next one that I have is left foot, right foot. So this one, I think this also occurred when we were coming back from the club. I don't know how I got all of those ones. Yeah, again, having a little bit of apple juice, and I do believe this one was Bella. She was kind of like stumbling, like not paying attention where she was going to. And so me being a kind, I was like, Bella, it's not that difficult to walk. Like, come now, left foot, right foot. So that's where that one came from.
Yeah, might be y'all. Sometimes, it just be you just be stumbling. Don't forget be singing that in the song tripping, oh stumbling. What was that song? Clumsy. Yeah. That's it.
We almost went a whole episode without singing. And guess who f***ed it up? Miss Bella herself.
But no, seriously, that's kind of my bad, y'all, though, because I literally said right before the we recorded, I was like, all right, guys, let's have one episode where we don't sing. And I didn't really sing. I guess I just quoted the lyrics, but still, that's pretty bad enough. My fault, y'all. That's on me.
We need to start doing tallies and see who sings the most. It's probably gonna be me, to be honest.
Up next, hot on the roster, we got Reversing on the Highway, which in itself is just a vibe by itself. Like, reversing on the highway, you're thinking about it. You're like, I just don't give a F. If you're reversing on the highway, you have no respect for your own life or anybody else's, and that's okay. But yeah, we were driving on the highway, and you know when you're driving and you're like, oh, I'm missing my exit. Really wish I could just pull over, reverse, and then take that little turn. But none of us actually do that because we did pass our driver's test. Well, somebody one day decided that that's an okay thing to do, and then they did it. So, yeah, they were doing a little reverse, almost caused probably 12 accidents. But I'm going to tell myself that they had somewhere to be, and that's okay. But for all the youngins listening, don't reverse on the highway because you will get smacked.
I don't know. They really put their life in God's hands in that point, because like that's like you said, that's one of the things like you like think about and you're like, dang, like I could have just saved myself like 5 minutes. That person said, nah, I turn now. I'm reversing now.
Ooh, next one is fun. Okay. The next one is called I'll Be Skins Too. And no, it's not Skims, the brand by Kim Kardashian. It's skins, as in when you are playing like, I don't know, kickball with your girlies and you're like, oh no, we don't like have a way to distinguish teams. One team like either rolls up their sleeves or takes their shirt off and the other team just doesn't, which that's a surprising fact that I know that because sports are not my personal forte. One time we were just leaving our lovely apartment complex and we happened to live right behind the volleyball court. There was a group of lovely gentlemen playing, a nice little game of volleyball, and perhaps they were using the little shirts and skin method. Why you needed to do that playing volleyball, I don't know, because you're separated by a net, but we were just happy that they decided to do so. Then it wasn't me. I think it was Bella, actually. And we were driving by, and she was like, I'll be skins too, implying that she would be indecent in public. But you know what? Respect.
That was me. I do be saying a lot of out of pocket shit, but like it's a joke. I'm not actually gonna go topless in public. Like, nah. I know my mom is listening to this thinking like the worst of the worst. Mother Teresa, like these are just jokes. Like this is just the type of person I am. I like to say a lot of out of pocket goofy shit, but like I don't mean it, guys. I really don't. I just thought it was a funny remark to say.
I think it was funny.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Bro sounded like she was writing an email.
Sorry, it was funny. The next one, actually the last two, we have two more names on this list. The first one is squelching. That word sounds so strange, and it's crazy I say strange because we saw it on the Stranger Things subtitles on Netflix. But first, I have to talk about Netflix and their subtitles because they always be just describing the weirdest things. It's like, I don't even know. It's just like wet with anger or literally whatever. I don't know. Netflix, the way they be describing things with the subtitles is so weird. But I think, yeah, we saw squelching when we were watching Stranger Things. And, I like to have my subtitles on. And I think it said like wet squelching noise or whatever. And I was like, yo, what? Like obviously like when a Demogorgon was coming, and I was just like, that's strange.
Yeah, I do not like that whole phrase made me uncomfortable. But I think they do it to, be very like DEI, so everyone can like understand and like paint the picture. But I don't know. I think the writers, they need to get some new ones, because there's definitely a different way that they can phrase it that doesn't make me feel uncomfortable.
I wholeheartedly disagree. I love the Netflix subtitles. I think that they add a certain level of character that was missing before. If you watch Netflix without the subtitles, you're weird, and hop on that, because what, you don't like to know what they're saying when you're watching a show? Grow up and put the damn subtitles on, please, for the sake of all of us, because you might learn a new word. Did you know that squelching was a word before? Probably not. You're a little bit smarter now. Everyone say thank you, Netflix.
Thank you, Netflix. And oh, she really called y'all's asses out. But if you don't like use subtitles like while watching like a show, just say you can't read then. Just say you didn't do your reading counts as a kid. Like, just say that then. You're illiterate.
I was just gonna say that. I said, y'all just can't read because they can't do two things at once.
I'm gonna call out my dad real quick. Hey, Dad, I love you so much. But he'd be like, nah, like, I hate subtitles. Like, I don't want to read. Like, I just want to watch. And my mom and I would just be like, just say you can't read the words fast enough. Like, damn. Like, it's so funny. I'm like, obviously, yeah, you could watch the show. I watch it too. I'm not reading the whole time, but like, I could do both. Like, I like the subtitles. It adds a lot to the show, you know?
If you don't watch Netflix with subtitles on, you were the kid in elementary school that everyone groaned when they got picked to read for popcorn reading.
Tay, that was too specific. No, and that makes complete sense.
Bro, I hated those people. Like, the popcorn reading would go so slow. I'd be like, y'all. But when we would do popcorn reading, I would like go ahead in the book to see like what paragraph I had to read or something, and I would like practice in my head, and I'd be like, all right, guys, I'm gonna get this down. I'm sorry, I'm getting off topic, but we have one final name for the on the list, and it's called I Want to Do Hood Rat Shit with Your Grandma. So, for context, I had a lovely conversation with one of my best friends, Gabe. He will be on the podcast very soon. He's on a cruise right now, living his best life. I'm very jealous. Love and miss you so much, Gabe. But anyways, he was talking about how he was going to visit his grandma in New York, and he was just talking about how cool she was or whatever. And he was like, we just kind of say we're gonna do some hood rat shit. It's just a phrase we kind of say. And so I was like, damn, like I want to go to New York. Like I'm trying to do some hood rat shit with your grandma. So that's where it came up from. And that's pretty much it. I don't have anything more to say because it's pretty self-explanatory.
Hood rat shit could be as simple as maybe going to a 7-Eleven at 2 a.m. It could be eating breakfast at Taco Bell.
Yo, eating breakfast at Taco Bell, that sounds like a cruel summer. All right, guys. So, yeah, basically those were some of our lovely catchphrases. We have a lot more. So, if you guys liked our catchphrases, please let us know, and we would love to do a part 2 later in the future. But yeah, that pretty much sums up this week's episode. Thank you guys for listening, and tune in next week for another episode of Keeping It G Real. Bye, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.